This morning's mistake will triple your stroke risk by age 60. As a brain specialist with over 30 years in neurology, I must speak directly to you, especially if you're over 50 and still believe your everyday habits are harmless. What I witnessed this morning in my clinic shook me. A retired teacher, 67 years old, came in with weakness on her left side. She thought it was just fatigue. But after a scan, I knew the truth. She'd suffered a mild stroke in her sleep, and it was completely preventable. The mistake she made, it's the same one millions of Americans make every morning. And yes, it can silently triple your stroke risk before age 60. You see, stroke isn't something that just happens to older people. It builds quietly, and some of the worst contributors, they're in your daily routine. That's right, the moment you wake up, small choices begin to add up in your bloodstream, your arteries, your brain chemistry. These choices create the perfect storm for blood clots, artery blockages, and deadly brain bleeds. Let's start with the first culprit. It might surprise you, but skipping water in the first hour of waking up is one of the most dangerous habits for your brain. When you sleep, your body becomes slightly dehydrated, your blood thickens. If you don't drink water in the morning, your blood becomes sluggish, increasing the risk of clots. Just one glass, 8 to 16 ounces of plain water within 15 minutes of waking can significantly reduce morning stroke risk. Yet so many seniors reach for coffee first, thinking it's fine. Coffee actually draws water out of your system. So, if water isn't your first drink, your brain might pay the price later. That brings us to the second dangerous morning mistake, sitting or lying down for too long after waking up. You might think taking it easy is the best approach as you age, but lying in bed after waking can reduce circulation and delay blood flow to the brain. Movement is essential. I recommend light stretching in bed first. Move your ankles, rotate your wrists, take 3 deep breaths, then sit up slowly and stand. This gets oxygen flowing and stabilizes your blood pressure, preventing dangerous spikes that can damage delicate brain vessels. If you tend to feel dizzy, place your feet on the floor first and count to 10 before standing. Now let me tell you about mistake number 3, and it's very common among seniors in the US. Eating processed breakfast meats. Sausages, bacon, ham, these contain high levels of sodium and nitrates. These ingredients harden your arteries and increase inflammation in the brain. Even if you eat these just a few times a week, the damage is cumulative. Over time, the arteries that lead to your brain narrow, increasing your stroke risk dramatically. What's a better choice? Whole grains like oats, a boiled egg or avocado on whole wheat toast. These reduce cholesterol and improve brain blood flow. And don't forget blueberries. They're rich in antioxidants and protect your brain from free radicals. But food isn't the only factor. Mistake number 4 is skipping your morning medication or taking it too late. Many blood pressure and cholesterol medications are designed to work best when taken early in the day. Forgetting your pill or delaying it by hours can lead to uneven blood pressure, which increases stroke risk. I had a patient who always delayed his medication until noon. After his minor stroke, we traced it back to his uneven morning blood pressure. A simple pill box with alarms or a medication reminder app like MediSafe can be life-saving. Let's not forget mistake 5, going straight to your phone or TV upon waking. The sudden exposure to blue light and mental stimulation spikes your cortisol, your stress hormone. This sudden hormonal rise raises your blood pressure and narrows blood vessels in the brain. Seniors often underestimate this. They check the news, scroll through upsetting headlines, and stress their brains within minutes of opening their eyes. Instead, try opening your blinds, stepping outside, and sitting in the morning light for 5 minutes. Natural light resets your circadian rhythm, lowers stress, and helps regulate blood flow in the brain. Another danger, mistake number 6, is ignoring your morning bathroom routine. Holding in urine can raise your blood pressure and increase intracranial pressure, especially dangerous for older adults. When your bladder is full, your sympathetic nervous system kicks in, tightening blood vessels. This tightness raises your stroke risk significantly, particularly in the early hours when strokes are most common. Make it a habit to relieve your bladder immediately after waking, even before coffee, breakfast, or news. Mistake number 7 is something people rarely talk about: brushing your teeth too aggressively. Surprised? There's a reason. Harsh brushing can cause bleeding gums, which allows bacteria to enter your bloodstream. These bacteria trigger inflammation, damaging blood vessels and contributing to plaque buildup in the arteries. This plaque can break off and cause a stroke. So, use a soft bristled toothbrush and be gentle. Oral health is brain health. It's all connected. Mistake number 8 is skipping breakfast entirely. Some seniors try intermittent fasting, thinking it's healthy, but for many over 60, especially those with diabetes or blood pressure issues, skipping meals can cause blood sugar crashes. These crashes damage blood vessels and can trigger arrhythmias, irregular heartbeats that increase stroke risk. A light, balanced breakfast helps stabilize your blood sugar and maintain steady circulation to your brain. Aim for something small but nourishing within 1 hour of waking. Let's not skip mistake 9, taking hot showers immediately after waking. If you have high blood pressure or cardiovascular problems, the sudden heat can cause a sharp drop in blood pressure, leading to dizziness or fainting. This puts immense stress on your brain. A better option: wash your face with cool water first, then shower at a moderate temperature. Let your body adjust gently. Your brain prefers stability, not shock. And finally, mistake number 10 is starting your day with arguments or negative emotions. Whether it's watching angry talk shows or revisiting yesterday's family drama, emotional stress in the morning spikes your blood pressure, constricts arteries, and triggers inflammation. Your brain doesn't forget that. Instead, try journaling 3 things you're grateful for, or listen to soft music, or go for a short walk if you're able. Emotional peace is not just good for your heart. It literally protects your brain from stroke-causing stress. I know this may feel overwhelming, but small changes truly matter. Your morning shapes your brain's future. Don't ignore the signs. If you're doing even one of these 10 things, you're adding pressure to a system that's already aging. But with simple, consistent tweaks, drinking water, stretching, gentle breathing, eating right, and managing your stress, you can protect yourself. I've seen countless lives changed by just 5 minutes of awareness in the morning. Let me know if you'd like help creating visual diagrams, a checklist for morning routines, or stroke prevention tools. It's crucial that you understand every single one of these morning decisions builds up over time. And sadly, by the time symptoms show up, the damage has often been brewing in silence for years. That's why I want you to see this not as fear, but as power. Power to take control. Power to protect your brain before it's too late. Let me tell you about a gentleman named Robert. He's 62, lives in Michigan, and used to start his day with 3 cups of black coffee, bacon and toast, and then sit in front of his TV until noon. He didn't drink water, skipped breakfast pills half the time, and brushed his teeth like he was scrubbing a frying pan. 6 months ago, he suffered a transient ischemic attack, what we call a mini-stroke. It was a warning shot. But here's the good news. It was a warning. He turned things around. We built him a morning plan. He now wakes up, drinks water, does light stretches, takes his pills on time, eats oatmeal with bananas, and takes 5 minutes to sit on his porch and breathe in the day. He hasn't had another episode since. That's not coincidence. That's discipline and awareness. You deserve that too. You deserve the chance to be sharp, independent, and fully present well into your 70s, 80s, even 90s. And no, it's not too late. If you're 65, start today. If you're 50, even better. The earlier you begin, the more powerful these simple habits become. Think of it like compound interest for your brain. And here's something else. These aren't just stroke prevention tools. They're also memory savers. Movement, hydration, blood sugar control all help keep your mind clearer and reduce risk of dementia too. Now, I know some folks say, "Doctor, I just don't have the energy in the morning." I understand. Start small. Set your water by your bedside the night before. Place a sticky note on your bathroom mirror that says, "Move, breathe, hydrate." Set a gentle reminder on your phone for meds. If you don't like oats, try whole grain toast with nut butter and half a banana. If it's cold out and you can't go outside, sit by the window. It's not about perfection, it's about consistency. Some seniors benefit from tools to help build these habits. A digital assistant like Alexa can remind you of your pills, water, or breakfast. Apps like Rise or Sleep Cycle can gently wake you up during a lighter sleep phase so you feel more refreshed and less foggy in the mornings. There's no shame in using help. What matters is making your brain health the priority it deserves to be. Too many of us wait for a crisis. We wait until we've had a stroke or someone close to us has one to act. But you can act before that pain. You can make your morning your medicine. Let this be the moment you draw a line in the sand, that you say, not me, not if I can help it. Because you can help it. Call your loved ones, share this with your friends. Post a comment telling us which of these habits you're going to change tomorrow morning. Let's hold each other accountable. You might save someone's life with that comment alone. The power is in your hands. Let me know if you'd like a simple daily checklist, morning habit tracker, or printable guide for stroke prevention to support your routine. And while we're talking about power, I want you to understand this clearly. No hospital, no medication, and no doctor can replace the protection that you give your brain with the right morning habits. Prevention begins at home, and it begins before breakfast. The truth is, stroke doesn't care how smart you are, how much money you have, or how long you've been healthy. It only takes one bad morning pattern, repeated over time, to create the perfect conditions for a stroke to occur. That's why your mornings, those first 60 minutes, matter more than you've ever been told. I've treated former athletes, teachers, truck drivers, accountants, people from every walk of life who never saw it coming. One minute they were walking into the kitchen, the next minute they were on the floor, unable to speak. You don't want that to be your story. You don't want to be the person saying, I wish I had known. Now you do know. You know that water, gentle movement, smart breakfast choices, oral care, stress control, and medication timing are all part of a daily armor that protects your brain. And it's not about fear, it's about empowerment. When you wake up tomorrow, you won't just be getting out of bed, you'll be stepping into a new level of control over your health. You'll have knowledge that even many doctors don't teach outside the hospital room. That's why I created this video, not just to inform you, but to equip you. This is a gift you can give to yourself, and even more so to the people who love you. Because stroke doesn't just affect you, it affects your family, your independence, your future. I once had a patient's granddaughter hug me and say, "Thank you for giving me my grandpa back." That's the kind of difference we're talking about. This isn't small stuff. Every step you take, every adjustment you make helps keep you out of a hospital bed, off a wheelchair, and in full command of your body and mind. I want you to be the grandparent who walks confidently, the parent who remembers birthdays, who enjoys meals without restrictions, who lives not in fear but in freedom. Now I want you to do something simple. Right now, think about your current morning routine. Mentally walk through it. Do you drink water first? Do you move before sitting for hours? Do you eat something nourishing or grab the first salty or sugary thing you see? Do you take your meds on time? Do you open your day with pace or panic? Whatever the answers are, write them down. Awareness is your first tool. Don't judge yourself, just observe. Once you see where the danger points are, you can start plugging those holes. I recommend starting with just 2 changes. Don't try to fix everything overnight. You'll feel more empowered if you succeed at a few things than if you struggle with all of them. For example, commit to drinking a glass of water first thing tomorrow. Then take 5 minutes to gently move your joints and take 3 deep breaths. That's it. If you can do more, great. If not, those 2 steps alone are powerful. In fact, studies show that just rehydrating in the morning can reduce your stroke risk by up to 20%. And let's be clear, I'm not here to sell you supplements, magic shakes, or secret formulas. I'm giving you what works, what's backed by science and confirmed by what I've seen in real people, real lives. If you forget everything else from this video, remember this. Your morning is not just a beginning, it's a chance to reset your brain's risk factors, to reverse silent damage, and to build a future with fewer pills, fewer hospital visits, and more years of memory and movement. So here's what I ask of you. Take one step tomorrow, just one. And after you take it, come back and comment. Let me know how it felt. Tell me which of these changes made the biggest difference. Share it with someone who might need it. Your comment might be the wake-up call another person needs. Let me know if you'd like a senior-friendly morning planner, printable water tracker, or 5-minute movement guide to start this new routine with ease. And as we bring this message home, I want to speak to your heart, not just your habits. I know that changing routines isn't easy, especially when you've done something a certain way for years, even decades. But here's the truth. Change doesn't have to be big to be powerful. It just has to be consistent. A 1-degree shift today can lead you to a completely different destination in a year. The stroke you never had, the memory you never lost, the life you continued living on your terms, it starts with those tiny, committed changes. I'm not asking you to become someone else. I'm asking you to protect the you that you already are, to preserve the life you've built, to hold on to your independence, your voice, your stories. A stroke steals those things, often in seconds, but you can take that power back. Every morning you choose better. It might mean setting your alarm 10 minutes earlier, so you're not rushing through your routine. It might mean buying whole grain cereal instead of sugary pastries. It might mean brushing your teeth gently, with intention, not force, or swapping bacon for a boiled egg, or just sitting still for a moment and choosing calm before you start your day. These aren't burdens. These are investments. You are investing in the brain that lets you recognize your children, read your favorite books, sing old songs, and laugh until your eyes water. What could be more important? And if you're thinking, but what if I already have high blood pressure or a past stroke? This advice is still for you. In fact, it's especially for you because the risk of a second stroke is even higher, but also more preventable. I've seen patients in their 70s turn their health around so dramatically that even their neurologists were surprised. Not because of some miracle drug, but because of discipline, intention, and morning awareness. It's never too late. I've seen it with my own eyes. Even if you live alone, you're not alone in this. There's a whole community out there of seniors just like you, waking up each day and choosing better. They're walking, drinking their water, taking deep breaths, replacing old habits with new ones. You can be one of them. You can lead by example for your children, your grandchildren, your neighbors. Show them what strength really looks like, the kind that starts in your home, in your kitchen, in your mirror. And let's talk about one final truth. Stroke isn't just a physical event, it's also emotional. It can rob people of their confidence, their joy, their sense of who they are. But when you take steps to prevent it, when you start each day with purpose and presence, you're not just saving your body, you're protecting your dignity, your identity. That matters. It matters more than ever. So let's commit, together. Starting tomorrow morning, get up with intention, hydrate, move your body gently, breathe deeply, choose a healthy breakfast, take your medications on time, avoid stress triggers, smile at the day ahead, and remind yourself, you are not a victim of aging. You are an active participant in your own longevity. Every sunrise is your chance to do right by your brain. If you've made it this far, you care, and that already puts you ahead of the curve. Now imagine what happens when you act on that care. You don't have to do it perfectly, you just have to do it. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for caring about your health. Please leave a comment below. Share what you're going to change. Let's make this video a place where lives change one morning at a time. You've got this. Let me know if you want a printable Brain Smart morning checklist, mini habit calendar, or a simple app suggestion for stroke prevention tracking.